Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. I just want to say thank you for everybody. I've got some new subscribers. I've been getting a lot of views and some comments. Most of them are great. So I'm just stopping by really quick. Remember, no editing on my videos because I just don't have the time to do all that. And I'm going to stop and show you how I make pasta fagioli soup in a crock pot. This is the soup that you get when you go to Olive Garden. I make my own version of it. So I am going to show you the crock pot in a minute, but I want to tell you already in the crock pot, I put in any spaghetti sauce. I use my homemade because I had some canned, but I've used this. You want to put tomato sauce. I put a can of tomatoes. It needs broth. I use chicken broth. This happens to be my favorite chicken broth, but I had gotten a ton of this on sale. Not our favorite. We can actually drink this in a mug when we're not feeling well. This stuff, recipes only. And so I went ahead and put enough of this in there to make about 3 cans of chicken broth. I've already put in the pot. You're going to want to use a kidney bean. Here's your kidney beans. You're going to use a kidney bean and a white bean, a navy bean, I think it's cannelli bean. I used canned because I just haven't found a good deal on dried. I like using dried beans, but I just haven't found anything in my area where I can buy them in bulk and then be worthwhile. So I want to show you putting onions in this soup. So I have tomatoes. So I have my tomato sauce already in here. I have just some Italian seasonings to your taste. I just shook it till it kind of floats on top, and that looks about right to me. And my daughter is filming. Joe, can you just show my little device here? I'm sorry if it's a little wobbly. Hang in there with us. Hopefully a new camera's in my budget soon. So this is one of our favorite kitchen gadgets. Absolutely love this. It comes with all different sizes slicers, and so I want my onions. My family likes them very small. If your family eats them chunky, go ahead with it. And boom, that's all it takes. I've already done most of my onions. This soup is going to cook on high for about 4 hours, and most people would probably saute the onions. That's completely up to you. You know, we don't need to do that because I feel like the onions get cooked fine, and I do them so small that they're gonna get cooked down just fine. So we're gonna come back to my pot, and I shouldn't be moving you till the end of this video. All right, I'll put my onions in here, and remember, when I do these videos, you know, I'm just stopping in the middle of all my farm chores. Remember, I work full time. This is a day off. I got chickens to take care of, and other outside animals. So I'm trying to get a nice hot meal because it's cold in the crock pot. I'm gonna cook this high for about 4 hours, and I really think it should be done by then. And this is gonna be some garlic. I don't keep fresh garlic. I keep it by the jar. I'm just eyeing this. Put how much garlic you like. You like a ton of garlic? Put a ton of garlic in there. You only like a little? Put a little. This is this kind of recipe. I don't have any fresh celery, so I'm going to go ahead and use some celery salt. And get that in there. I have dehydrated hot peppers. These are hot. These are several brands. And so I'm just going to put, you know, just a couple in there because they end up being really hot. Alright, and then next, my ground beef. This is my ground beef that I can myself. This one, I'm hoping you can see that I actually can this one with water in it so that I would have like a beef broth in there. There's a little bit of fat on top. And then this is going to be my dry can where I didn't add anything but just canned the beef. Both of these were probably, these were done in my electric pressure cooker, because I do them in smaller batches sometimes, and you always want to, you know, I give it a smell. It smells great. We love the canned beef. I'm going to put this in here, and you could also use chicken in this recipe. leftover chicken, fresh chicken. I mean, ground beef, chunk beef. I mean, what do you have? You have some hamburgers in the freezer that you need to finish up. And so to open a jar, I take my spoon and I come under the lid like this and I pop that jar. It keeps it from getting damaged. So I can use it again. Yes, I reuse my canning lids if they're in good shape. I reuse them. So remember, you do you, I do me. I reuse canning lids if they're in good shape. Now this is going to be my one that's in broth. And so I've got a little beef broth that'll go in here with it. And so we have, there we go. And this is what the soup looks like. I'm going to stir it a little bit, take a look at it. And, you know, I want this soup to go for a couple days. I have kids that are going on a field trip. And I want to be able to take this with me. And I'm actually going to stop my video really quickly. And I'm going to open these 2 other cans of beans, but I need to drain them because look here. All I'm doing is eyeing it, folks. It looks like I have plenty of beef when I spoon it up. But there's so little beans that this soup is mostly broth. And that's not going to work. So I'm going to add a few more beans to it. And then I'm going to finish up this video. So hold on just one moment. I also wanted to show you that I do put a little bit of vegetables in my pasta fagioli soup. I put in carrots. What I do to be able to use carrots in this slicer is if you do raw carrots, it'll tear it up. I put them in the microwave with a little bit of water. I cook these for about 6 minutes so that they're knife tender. They're not completely done, but almost, because carrots take forever in the crock pot and they just have to cook so much longer than everything else. So if you put them in the microwave with a little bit of water, cook them until they're tender. These took about 6 minutes and they go through perfectly without stressing out the blades and tearing it up. I'm going to go ahead and put these in here. I have some white corn. I like white corn in soup. I don't like yellow corn, but you use what you like. If you want to put lima beans in there, I would do that. But remember, you're going to have pasta in here, so I'm just going to put just a little bit of corn, not a lot, just so there's a hint of it. And this is what it looks like right now. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's going to be a nice hearty soup for my family. Doesn't that look wonderful? The only thing left is for the pasta to go in at the end. Alright, I've come back. All I did was drain another can of kidney beans and another can of navy beans. I know this pot looks super full with broth, but remember, the last thing that goes in here is noodles. And I won't put that in till this thing is nice and bubbling hot. Put what noodles you have. I don't keep little spaghetti-o looking noodles on hand. So I use whatever I have. If I have bow ties, that's what I use. If I have regular spaghetti, the long regular spaghetti, I'll break that up and put that in. But this time I happen to have these little a little Garden Delight veggie type of noodle, and this will go in later and it's really gonna suck up this broth. And I don't put those noodles in now because with a crock pot that's gonna turn into mush, and the kids and nobody likes that. It really needs to go in at the end so that it stays al dente in the soup. It stays kind of chewy so it doesn't get mushy and disintegrate. So this is the end of my soup. I'm going to go ahead and cook it for 4 hours on high, and then I'm going to throw my noodles in there, and we're going to have a great meal. It's going to last us. Come on up. And that's it. I'm going to shoot another little video here. I'm trying to get some videos in there for everybody. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Remember, like and subscribe. And I appreciate you visiting me at home steady as I go. And come back and see me. Thank you. All right, here's my conclusion. I'm gonna just give you a quick view. Soup's done. Been going for about 4 hours. Look at that. Hot, hot, hot piping. It's cold outside. And then what I did is in a bowl, I had boiled some noodles. I drain them. I put a little in the bowl, put the soup over it, and let it sit and let the noodles kind of soak up all the broth. I didn't show you how to make these, but these are the easiest drop biscuits ever known to man. These are Bisquick biscuits. Easy and good. I put a little tiny seasonings in them for it to go with what we're having. And yummy, yum, yum. So that was dinner. Everybody ate. It was good. Thank you for joining me.